So today I'm going to do some Italian stuffed peppers. I've chopped up a medium red onion and a medium white onion, and we've chopped them into quite small pieces as well. I've also chopped up 2 sticks of celery, again into small pieces. We're going to use a tin of Italian tomatoes, and we've got some pre-boiled rice as well. And I've chosen to use beef rice, just to add a little bit more flavour, but obviously use any rice that you like. When it comes to the meat, you've got choices. You can just use some sausage if you want, or you can use ground beef, but I'm using a mixture of both. We need to prep these peppers. So first thing we're going to need to do is just cut these tops off. And if you're lucky, when you cut that top off, it'll come off like that. Save that piece. And then we need to remove all the insides. So just going round with a knife. And make sure you don't pierce that outer skin when you do this. And then we can just pull out that core. And we'll just go around and clean rest on it. So you can either use a knife or a spoon and just go around and remove the rest, and that's what you're going to be left with. So we'll do next one, and again, if it cuts like that, that's perfect. You might come across some peppers that just don't want to stand up, and you need them to stand up to cook them. So if you save that base and cut that stalk out, you can then use that as a stand. And I'm going to give these peppers a little bit of a spray with a little bit of oil, and then we're going to pre-bake these just for about 10 minutes on 175, just to soften these shells a little bit. And them sausages, we're just going to take them out of the skin. So just slice it with a knife and it'll peel straight out. And I'm just going to break this into little chunks. I've just popped a little bit of oil in this pan, and we're just going to cook off these onions, get a nice bit of browning on them. I'll put that celery in at the same time. Normally I would add some garlic to this as well, but I'm leaving it out today. And I'll just slowly cook these until that celery starts to soften and we get a bit of a browning on those onions. And that should be enough. So we'll take these out and then we'll cook that meat off as well. These peppers have had about 15 minutes in oven and they've softened up nicely. You might notice though, when you take them out, that they will release a little bit of water. So we'll tip that away. So now we'll brown this meat off. And I've just put a little bit of oil in the bottom of here to stop it sticking. And we want to cook this slowly. And as we cook it, we'll just keep breaking it up as well. While we're cooking it, I'll add a little salt and some black pepper. About half a teaspoon of mixed herbs. And same of oregano or oregano, and then a little sprinkle of basil. So we'll just give that a few minutes and then we can start breaking it up a little more. Nice bit of sizzling going off in this pan now. So we'll get those onions and celery back in there. Then we'll add in those chopped Italian tomatoes and give that a good mix. And I'm just going to let all this cook through just for a few minutes. And then I'm going to add some of this cooked rice. How much you add is entirely up to you. So now we can stuff these peppers. We'll make sure we get a good amount in. If you've never had these before, I'd definitely recommend trying them. So we've filled those up and we've got loads left. So we'll have that as a little bit on side with that extra rice. And then I'm just going to top these off with some cheese. Whatever cheese you prefer, pop that on. This is strong cheese, so again, even more flavour. And they're now ready to go in oven. But you don't have to cook them straight away, just keep them in your fridge till you're ready. And pop them in your oven on about 180 for 20 minutes. And we'll come back and take a look at those a little later. 20 minutes in oven. And that's what we've got. So I've just plated that up. I've put a bit of that extra rice and meat on the side and a little side salad. So let's cut into this pepper. Now that's a meal worth waiting for.